Welcome to this video on the latest release of the Totara Talent Experience platform. We can't wait to show you what we've been working on. In Totara 18, you'll notice some visual improvements as soon as you log in, with our new look login page. And speaking of logging in, you can now enable multi-factor authentication for your site administrators to protect those important accounts. And use SAML 2 to enable single sign-on for all users on your Totara site. If you create learning, we hope you'll be pleased to see our latest improvements for courses and programs. Now you can use our new pathway format to provide a slick and modern learning interface for your courses. Pathway courses illustrate the learner's journey through the course. The activities are shown directly in the course page, and learners move between them using the pathway or the arrows. And to add to your new pathway courses, why not include some H5P activities using our new H5P integration? With H5P, you can author and present interactive content directly within your course page. Easily build interactive videos, quizzes, presentations, and more using H5P. For simpler content, in Totara 18.2 you might notice that when you add PDFs to your courses or resources using the Weka editor, PDF documents now automatically open in a new tab when selected, and can be embedded in the content area as a card. Speaking of course content, you can now easily add your courses to workspaces and playlists, and no longer need to create a separate resource. And if you combine your courses into programs, you might notice that the program editor looks a little different. Adding your courses to programs now uses this new interface. If you have lots of similar programs on your site, you can now clone an existing program to create a new one. When you clone a program, you can choose to copy the details, content, and notifications of the original program to your new program to speed up your program creation workflow. An important feature of people development is setting clear goals and monitoring their progress. So in Totara 18, we've introduced new Totara goals embedded within the performance workflow. Goals have a new landing page where you can see your current goals, add new ones, and update progress. But the power of Totara goals come from embedding them into performance conversations, such as appraisals and check-ins. Within a performance activity, you can now add new goals, which includes a numerical target to capture a value or percentage, for example. You can, of course, review your goals within performance activities too. Simply select the goals you want to review, and then update progress on the goal directly within the activity. You can also see your goals on the new Performance Overview page, which shows a summary of the goals, competencies, and performance activities assigned to you. You can use this page to get an overview of progress and activities within a specific time period. Engage topics have been integrated into the Global Tags feature so that you can manage all formal and informal learning with the same tag collections. This makes your learning catalogue much easier for your people to use, with filters applied across all types of content. So your users can now select a tag filter to see all content relating to that tag, whether it was built in Totara Learn or Engage. In Totara 18.2, you'll also find two new custom field types which can be used for numerical values. You can use these to add numeric information to a user's profile or within courses, positions, organisations, and more. This feature can be used, for example, to add CPD points or learning hours to courses. As numerical data, these fields can also be aggregated in reports, for example to allow you to report on total learning hours. Finally, we have made some improvements to our multi-tenancy feature. Users with the role of Tenant Domain Manager can now create their own reports for their tenant and no longer need to rely on a site administrator to do this for them. Each tenant can now have its own notifications too. Tenant-level notifications work in the same way as site-level notifications, but are only applied to that tenant. They initially inherit the site-level notification settings, but can then be edited for the specific tenant. By default, this can only be done by a site administrator or site manager, but you can extend the permission to tenant domain managers if you wish. We have also moved isolation mode out of experimental, which means it is now fully tested and supported as part of this release. Once enabled by an administrator, isolation mode allows you to completely separate your tenants, so that tenant users will never see users or content from other tenants on your site. So, that's a quick overview of the latest version of Totara. We can't wait to hear how you use it to enable your people to do their best work.